It is now time for the Brewers opening day against the Cubs portion of the Bart Winkler show. If you're on YouTube, this is part of the March 31st episode of the Bart Winkler show, available wherever you get your podcasts. Also streaming this on Facebook and Twitter. If that happened to work today or not, I'm not quite sure, but it is good to be here. I wanted to lead Friday's show off with the Brewers. It's opening day, but my guess is whatever happens in the Bucks game was more important and was more entertaining than the game we got at Wrigley Field today, where the Brewers lose again 4-0 to the Cubs. Everything pretty much happening in one inning. So as far as this game goes, let me first address the background on YouTube. You may have seen the picture that was put out by Ryan Weggs. I think he was taking a tour of Miller Park today, or American Family Field or whatever, and they went in the press box. Now, behind me is what the press box looks like now. Blue walls, painted, everything looks, just fine. For the last 20 years, when there were foul balls at the baseball stadium, they would make holes in the walls. And you would write, the PR people would write with a marker the date and who hit it. We've now found out that they've all been painted over. And maybe if you've never been in the press box, or you've never toured, or maybe it's not a big deal to you. But to me, as a guy who's been in the press box, it is a big deal, because that was a very unique, cool thing. It showed some history. I thought it was great for tours. You could walk by and be like, oh, wow, look who did this here. And I just thought it was very neat. I just don't understand the decision to paint over it. Who's painting over it? Who made that decision to paint over it? So I always say the Brewers are cursed, but what's the actual curse? This is going to be the curse now. Who's painting over this? Very upset by it. I'm not quite sure. So someone painted over it. It's very annoying. Looks like someone's trying to clean the house up before they sell it, if you get my drift, which hopefully is not the case. So there's always like the main thing people are mad about is, oh, we hit into a double play and we didn't score. But then there's always got to be the Bart thing. And this is the Bart thing that I'm mad about. Get to some of the comments, get to some of you guys. You can always join us when we do these lives on StreamYard. I throw the link out there. I also tweet that out as well, so you can always be a part of the festivities. The Brewers lose 4-0 to the Cubs. Not a good start to my baseball betting from Bala Wilt. Josh says, same terrible offense. Typical Burns has one bad inning. Matt says, first like, Brewers suck. Cameron says, burn it up, sell them all. I do sense some sarcasm in there, but this is a great sports radio. This is a great fan day as a fan. Because no matter what happens, right? No matter what happens, it's one game, but it does dictate everything that you think about when it comes to the Brewers. Like, you could go in thinking 87 or 85 or 91, whatever. You see that they just came out, played one game, but they lost. So we're going to say 5 to 10 games worse than our initial prediction. And they won, we'd think maybe the other way around. But I think what's bothersome about one game is that what don't we like about the Brewers? One bad inning kills a pitcher. They can't hit. They leave runners stranded. It all went down today. It all happened today. So that's what we got out of this. Before he goes on, the Wisco Sports Show, Grant Bills is joining us from Wisconsin Zone Network.
Smooth, as always.
Where are you from?
The Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network. I'm in La Crosse.
Okay.
WK2I.
And I'm going to bring Hot Take Jake in here as well, who's getting a sweat in.
That a boy.
Okay. Jake, I should warn you that the WrestleMania postgame show we're doing on these same platforms, Horvat says he's going to pop by. I know you always trash Horvat.
That sounds delicious.
Okay. Well, just want to let you know that. Grant, since you're on air in 13 minutes, what's up? What are your thoughts? Great retro Brewers swag.
Thank you.
Appreciate that on you.
I was actually going to ask.
How are we leading the show today, G?
I don't know. That's why I'm here. I wanted to ask your opinion on what I should lead the show with. There wasn't a lot of meat on that bone today. Wasn't a lot to break. Gus Varland, he looked good.
Yeah, kind of.
That visual of his parents hugging after he got that strikeout, that was that was nice, but I can't talk about that for 2 hours.
Well, here's some of the comments. Nick says Yelich looked worse today than any day all of last year. Daryl said, hopefully they tank so we can finally say goodbye to Craig.
Jeez.
I think so if I was doing a show at 4:00, I'd say, well, I'm doing a show at 4:00. What am I talking about? I think what is a lot of optimism, a lot of what ifs, a lot of what could be. It's just a bummer that, oh, this is the same,
Yeah.
This looked the same. It's one game, totally one game. But when you're off for 6 months and finally play a meaningful game again, oh, this game looked the same. Okay, it looks the same.
Yeah.
So then questions will arise from there, but you can only judge one game. But granted, I mean, what happened? They had one out with what? They had one out with
runners at second and third. Was that in the first inning, second
double
inning, third
play?
Inning? It was early.
Strikeouts. Jake, how should Grant start his show today?
Yeah, what do you think?
Bryce Terang got a hit, so that was the good.
Bryce Terang,
positive,
got a squibbler that counted as a hit. Very generous scorekeeper down at Wrigley Field.
Oh, come on, that was a hit. That was a hit.
I think he didn't strike out, so that's good.
My guy Contreras got a hit finally after striking out a bunch.
Yeah,
and that one just blooped. That was good.
It looked like both teams had fun, so there you go.
Yeah,
but it did look like both teams had fun. It's a good take.
Yeah, as long as you don't take it serious, that's perfect because you're talking about an unserious franchise, so there's no reason to take any of this stuff serious.
Grant, I think the biggest takeaway for me, honestly, is that they painted over the foul balls at American Family Field.
Yeah. Is that something they do like once every 5 years? They don't do it.
They've never done it. This is the first time.
Well, I don't know. You got to do routine maintenance. You just can't have a wall with a bunch of holes in it.
Yeah, I agree. If you're selling the franchise, you can't have. I agree. If you're selling the franchise.
Well, Bart, how's the field looking? I mean, just look over your right shoulder there. How's the grass looking? How's it look on the inside there?
Pretty good.
Nice Bermuda grass. I think it could use a few more days, and they'll be ready by Monday.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, and as long as the lines aren't long to the for beer and everything, everybody will be happy with whatever mediocre season this team puts out. Our manager's from Whitefish Bay, so he's got all the job security in the world. What's the big deal?
All right, Jake, why don't you save this optimism for our Buck show later?
I just wanted to. I was hoping to make like the Three Faces of Foley appearance. Here maybe I'll leave a voicemail, and then for the trifecta after the Bucks lose tonight.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I like that.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, see you, buddy. Hot take, Jake. Grant, you're on in about 9 minutes.
Dude, I have an empty Word document.
Why? Just take calls.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. Some days people aren't passionately calling. They're just like, I'm just gonna let's see what Grant has to say today. Maybe we won't call. I hope.
You want me to call in while I'm doing this?
No, that seems like it's too complicated.
Well, so you always have to temper anything anything you talk about today. You can't you can't have it's hard to, you can't have a bold take because it's one game thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one game, it looked the exact same as what we've been customary to expect. So, don't say season's over or anything like that. And you're a pro. I mean, you're on the radio. I sit in my basement, although I'm on Writer Than You all next week, Monday through Friday.
I was gonna say
150 stations plus. So yeah,
I could go with counsel. Why are you pulling Burns when you pulled him? I guess Winkler hitting second is bold. Winkler looked pretty bad today.
I looked at this lineup, Grant. I see Yelich, Winkler, Adames, Tellez, Contreras, Urias, Mitchell, Anderson, Terang, and I thought, this team. Okay. Just looking at the lineup, I added like 2 or 3 wins to my total, and then they get out there. The exact
opposite. I looked at the lineup this morning. I'm like, oh, that's it. Okay, I don't know. It's very weird because we know who's on the team, but as soon as you see the lineup on the graphic, and you're like, okay, I don't know. Where was Mike Brasso? We're all gassed up to see him after the crazy good spring that he's had. I get it's a righty-lefty thing. But again, we can't even talk about this. We can't have this conversation because it's one game.
Well, maybe Alex has a good suggestion. He says, talk about the pitch clock and all the rule changes. Seemed very normal of a game, ending in under 2.5 hours. Then you can segue into the lack of hits, making for a short game. Like, it was a short game. It was like a 2-hour, 15-minute game, which I don't know if I like that yet or not.
I didn't really think about the pitch clock at all, except for when I had figured out what the was for. I like
Well,
that.
I thought the Bally's little thing was great. Too bad they're going to be off the air by the 4th of July.
Yep. I liked how they worked it in. I guess I didn't really think about the shift rules at all because we weren't really shown and I was watching the first part at a bar because we had a station event, but it's not like I didn't see a lot of wide pan shots with nobody used the pen on the screen to show give Rock the telestrator. I want to see him sketch some of this stuff out for us and show here's a before and after picture. Last year at Wrigley, here's how the Cubs lined up against Yelich. Here's how it looks today. But I didn't even think
about
the
word they
rules.
were saying when they were thrown over to first. Like a deregulation or something. You only get two Oh, that needs to go. That bothered the shit out of me. Landmark knows what I'm talking about. What were they saying?
I was listening on the radio, so I had the Joe Block Appreciation Society. I didn't get Bob Euchre today. But
by the way, Landmark MKE, it's been a long time since you've been on. I think you left a voicemail. It's good to have you here.
Yeah,
look good in your studio.
It was kind of like last time I was here, I was venting about Sammy Watkins, and then we talked about the Milwaukee Wave, and now I'm back. So just wanted to say, it's great to have baseball back. This team is what they're going to be, but it's good to be back, and I appreciate the welcome. And I will, hopefully, if all things work out, also join you on the WrestleMania stream because it's a big weekend for the WWE.
Yes, we are going live after WrestleMania. I've got predictions coming up with Horvat on Friday's show. Bailey helps me out. He says disengage is the word.
Oh, yeah.
You only get 2 disengagements. Oh, cripes. Scotty on Facebook says team sucks ass. Same problems already. Scotty's been a long-time adversary of myself. I believe I've blocked him on Twitter, but it's good to see you, Scotty, on Facebook. Looking proud, whatever you're up to there. Probably just bowled a 205 in that picture. He says, team sucks ass. Same problems already. Shit pitching and no hitting with runners in scoring position. Don't need 162 to see the problem after one. You clowns that say it's only one game. Where are you at game 162 when the same problems exist all season?
But it's not
good
one
to see
game
you working.
If
that's what you call it, Scotty, I'm doing something.
It's not game 162, though.
Scotty, I'll unblock you. It's been too long.
I mean, there will be people out here, just the WRC plus crowd's going to come out eventually and be like, look, they're okay. And, this team is what it is. They're going to strike out a bunch, and that's fine. They're going to try to get on base a bunch, and they're just going to hope that they get people who get hot throughout the season. Like you said, Bart, it's the same thing we've seen for the past couple of years, and that's their build. Whether we like it or whether we don't, that's how they build this team, and it can be frustrating, but it's our ride.
Let's give because Grant's got a show in a couple minutes. Any other topics for Grant? We could cover and Joe's in Iowa. Joe, if you want to throw a topic to Grant too. So Grant's here. He's about to dip. I got Landmark here. I got Joe. Hold on. Brett, are you there or not?
Is that Brett and Tosa?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh. Hey.
Can you see me?
Yeah. What's up?
This is the Bart Winkler Show. We're reporting live
I
from
actually
Chicago.
can't see you. No, but
it's all right. It's radio.
Sure. And then I dropped. All right, Grant, one thing that I think you should bring up is Marcus Stroman, after one inning, was real pumped up and was going to the fans, let's go, pump up. Do the Brewers have a lack of emotion? 414-799-1250.
Who's there? And Bart, we know this, that different players and different leaders lead in different ways. Do the Brewers lack a rah-rah guy? Their vocal leader. I'm sure there's lead by example guys, but who is their vocal leader? That's a good question. Maybe I'll pose that to my listeners.
Yeah, okay. And again, one game, so we're picking straws and seeing what works here. But I wouldn't mind if someone like that was on my team. The Brewers are always give me
I
some.
feel like it's Adames,
player,
right? It's got to be Adames.
Well, Adames, I don't. No one's ever going to get a $300 million plus contract that deserves it less than Willie Adames.
Oh my
Just
God.
saying.
Will the Brewers try to get pitch clock violations like Aaron Rodgers tries to get offsides penalties? 414-799-1250.
Was Craig Counsell challenging a way to slow things down for Corbin Burns? Because I don't think they ever thought they were going to win that challenge. I thought he slowed things down for Burnsy.
That's interesting. Did Burns not make his bed this morning? That's where my mind
Did
was
he
at
not
watching
make his bed? Every successful day starts with a well-made bed. Yes.
Shit.
Joe, you got anything for Grant?
I don't have anything for Grant. I just got something really quick today. We went into a bar, the only place we could watch the Brewers game today, and there was a Cardinals fan there, and he saw my Brewers hat, and he brought me these rack card 1989 tops with a Paul Molitor 88 All-Star card. So I had to bring that on.
All right, live break. Let's go.
Open it. You want me to do it?
Live break. Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. There's 42.
I'm going to bow out. Good
You're
luck
missing
in
the live
your-
break.
everybody.
Do a live break to start your show. Grant, I love you. Everyone leave me and listen to Grant. Watch this later.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, Grant.
I started with Chris James. You want to do each one?
Well, why don't you, now that you're doing it, it kind of sucks. Let me bring Brett back in.
Hold on. Okay, I'll skip to the Brewers. Jeffrey Leonard.
Oh, yeah, JL.
Okay. Cal Ripken. Not
I
junior.
don't remember
yet.
him as a Brewer.
No, okay, relax.
All right, Brett, where are you?
I'm in Chicago. This is the Bart Winkler Show, reporting live from Chicago.
Where? Like, are you left the stadium, I assume?
I'm walking south back to the parking ramp to drive back to the good land.
How was the experience? I know they suck.
I mean, it's Wrigley. I'd much rather come down here than deal with the Cubs fans in Milwaukee. So Wrigley's always fun.
Yes, Wrigley fans are much more well-behaved than Cubs
Absolutely.
fans in
Cubs fans
Milwaukee.
down here are way better. The assholes that come up by us, it is what it is, right?
It's the same thing as when you have a party at your house, you have a well-behaved good time. When you have a party at a hotel, you trash the shit out of it.
Exactly. You nailed it.
All right, so your thoughts on the game? I mean, hashtag it's one game, but I think for people that tuned on this game that were excited or went to it, Brett, I think what we've known the Brewers to be, that's what it looked like today.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse Winker, I thought he was going to have a bounce back. It's a rough first game, right? Listen, I didn't say this last night. The Brewers haven't won less than 86 games since 2016, fellas. Like,
Yeah.
I know everyone wants to be negative, but remember where we've been. Like, it's a damn good baseball team. It's going to be a fun year, and our ace goes on Saturday.
Who's our ace? Freddie?
The 2023 Cy Young
Woody.
winner.
Woody?
Yeah. He's the best pitcher on the team.
Okay. Are you going back Saturday?
No, I'm coming home.
Oh.
Be back on Monday. Bart Winkler Show live from the parking lot with Tim Shea.
Oh, okay. I like that.
You're welcome.
Hey, have a good drive back, buddy.
All right, see you guys.
All right. So that's Brett. He's in Chicago. He couldn't see him, unfortunately. Joe's in a car in Iowa. I saw you pulled a Jim Gantner.
I got a Jim Gantner, Paul Molitor. You saw the Mike Fielder maybe already, and well, I had to call out the Bo Jackson, Dale Strawberries.
Oh, nice.
Not Brewers, but real quick, just we watched the game. I feel like every time the Brewers win opening day, I'm like really high on the horse, and then they shit the bed. So I'm ready for like a really strong season. I agree. Like we're gonna make the playoffs. Maybe we'll win the Central. But I'm tempering my expectations early on instead of like going 162-0 today. Obviously, we're not going to do that, but I'm okay with where we're at right now.
Okay, 0-1. We got a long road to climb up from.
We'll sell these cards so that we can get the MLB Network. If anybody wants.
Right.
What tops are those? 89?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of those are worth anything.
For sale.
Bart, don't ruin us. Right. We got a long season. Okay. Come on.
All right. I will talk to you later, Joe.
See you later, buddy.
It can
Landmark?
only go up from here. It can only
Hey.
go up from here. Yep.
I'm saving thank you for your patience.
No, you're good. You know,
Break
like I
down
said,
the game for me.
so breaking down the game, I mean, this game is the entirety of what we saw in the 2022 season. You know, we had okay pitching. Obviously, it wasn't great in that. I think there was a third inning where they gave up the runs, but then offense, strikeouts. Oh, cool. We got guys on second and third and double play. So the one time they didn't strike out, hit into a double play. And that's baseball, right? Like that happens. But this team is going to be boom or bust. When their pitching is good and they've got somebody in the lineup who's hot, they're going to run off that, 7 wins out of 10 games. When nobody's hitting, it's going to be that 2 or 3 wins out of 10 games. It's that roller coaster. So that's kind of what we've got to get ready for. And especially with a lot of the young guys, so your Terang and Mitchell and some of these guys that'll be coming later this season, you don't really know how the young guys are going to play until they play. Like, everybody was excited about Gus Varlin out there today as the Rule 5, and he seemed to do okay. Like, he did what he could. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm taking a wait and see approach. I'm not the super optimistic, like, oh, they're going to win 90 games or whatever. I'm also not like, we're going to win 60 games. I'm just like, let's just wait and see, because we know who this is. The old Dennis Green. They are who we thought they were, and we're just going to watch and enjoy it. And then, once the Bucks win their title, then we can figure out where they are and we'll play it out from there. That's where I'm at, Bart. Where are you at?
I'm at. It looked awfully familiar. I do have. I still think like it comes down to the pitching, and they could have won this game today, I guess. But even if Corbin Burns threw, a 1-run game or a 2-run game, they didn't get the hits when they needed them, and to see double plays, to see, it was the 9th inning and Contreras got a hit and they go, well, that's the first hit since the 5th. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of that where we don't have hits for an inning at a time. And so I would like to see that get better. What's a bummer is they don't play again until Saturday. And so you waited all off season. Now you got to wait. I understand that Friday was a day off as a built-in day off. It's a bummer. Pato's opening their sports book on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no day baseball to watch and follow, which is kind of stupid. Troy says, can't wait to see what the umpire report comes back with. Still not high hopes for this team. A lot of people mad with the umpiring. Eric says, Bucks in 6. Christine says, where did Grant go? Grant hosts the radio show. So if you're going to stick with me on this, I just go. It's WKTY, Mad City Sports Zone, 4 to 6. Affiliates all over the state. Listen to Grant as much as you possibly can. He's great. Scotty wants to know if I'm at a hockey rink. It does look like that now because this is the press box at Miller Park where the Brewers painted over the foul balls. Another front office error. The team is run by people who don't understand what baseball is. It's a real shame. Great offensive display, midseason form. No way the Brewers come close to winning the division. Supposed to rain Sunday and Saturday in Chicago. Might not play till Monday. We'll see. The other comment was Bucky says the Cubs actually have a well-constructed roster. They could be in contention to win the division. MC says no, they couldn't. The Cubs are bad. I don't know if I'm a Cubs fan today. I had pretty low expectations for this team. If I'm a Cubs fan, they got some guys that can play. So Brewers fans, if you're thinking 85, maybe you're like, don't go too high, too low based on today. You're never going to do that. But for Cubs fans, if you were thinking like 78 or whatever, and you watch today's game, you're like, okay, Stroman's erratic, but he threw a shutout with the bullpen. We got guys that hit. We got timely hits. We got production. I'm feeling really good if I'm a Cubs fan. It's just one game.
I mean, the Cubs have a wallet. That's what it is. They have a well-constructed team, which means they have a wallet. They can go out and spend for some of these guys. They can go get Swanson. They can go say, here, we're just going to see what you can do, Cody Bellinger. They can just go get these guys, throw stuff against the wall, see what sticks, which, yeah, they're going to be competitive. Are they going to be very good? We'll see. The Central is going to be what it is. The Cardinals are going to pick up some guy who none of us have ever heard of, who's going to come up and hit 300. They're going to have some like 24-year-old pitcher who goes like 12-3. Like this is our life. This is our life. It's that whole show.
Yeah, sucks. I think Tim Shea's here. I just saw him in his car, but then he went away. Maybe he's picking up a passenger. Tim, you there? 1 second.
Hello.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
here.
what's up? What's up?
What's going on?
How was Cali? Sorry I couldn't get down there. I slept till 10:30. I felt like ass.
Yeah, I got your message this morning. You okay?
I am up to go to Pata with you and play some Final Four.
Oh, we're going tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even a question. So,
Yeah. Well, what'd you think? What's your it's just one game takeaway?
well, we're off and running. Hot hitting Brewers.
Yeah.
Whatever. One game. It's fine.
Brewers had a total of 4 hits today. Adames got one, Contreras, Anderson, and Terang did get his first hit. That was great to see. 3 strikeouts for Contreras, 3 for Winkler, Rowdy Tellez 0 for Yelich, couple of walks, aided by Marcus Stroman in a pitch clock violation, I suppose. Garrett Mitchell 0 for 4, Urias 0 for 4, and then was limping. Corbin Burns 5 innings, 4 earned. Tough earned runs, but they were to him. Strzelecki, your boy Tim, with a clean inning. Our guy Gus Varlin gave up a couple of hits, and then Javi Guerra comes in and shuts it down. Marcus Stroman, 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 8 Ks, and a nice win for the Chicago Cubs, and a nice win for my fantasy team, as he was the first pick for me in the reserve draft in an auction league, and I got a win already today. So I guess there's some silver lining. MC says, hopefully none of the Brewers you drafted last night were in your lineup today, Tim.
No. Well, yes, Contreras, unfortunately.
Well, you got a hit.
You got to hit.
Yeah, but with the way that my fantasy team is I mean, it's a long week. We play till next week, but 1 point, sure.
Yeah. So I don't want to freak out or anything, and we're not going to, but this so far, it was the same. This was the same. And I don't know, like, it's not, see, that's the thing about baseball. It's not like, oh, we have a bad run defense. Let's practice not being so bad against the run. This team can't hit and they can't score when there's runners in scoring position. I don't know what you do about that, guys.
Yeah, baseball is a game of streaks. It's one of those things that, sometimes the baseball looks like a beach ball, other times the ball looks like a pea. And that's, based on the nature of this thing being 162 games long. So that's where you, in theory, want to have hitters who are very consistent, and the Brewers don't. So that's really the big problem. But I mean, I would say be patient, but also understand that this is what it's going to be. And when somebody tries to tell you, oh, look at the WRC plus of this person and that person, they're still so great, don't listen to that. Like, sure, whatever, you can say whatever you want with stats, but they are who we thought they were.
Landmark, good to see you, buddy.
Yep, I'm gonna see myself out. Have a good one and take care.
Appreciate you jumping on.
Bye.
Ryan says 0 clutch hitters. It's not about streaks. Don says, come on, Barty, freak out and take your shirt off. I will say something about this Brewers shirt that I'm wearing. I have not been able to wear it in a long time because it's a large, and I'm an extra large now. But because I'm just showing from I'm showing above the fold.
Damn, I was about to say, Bart.
Like, it is
Working
tight
out?
down here.
No.
It is. My gut is. I got to go pick up my kid in a little bit. I'm gonna change. This is embarrassing, but
Bart.
on the screen it looks fine. So I'm very happy about that.
Fantastic.
Let's see.
Hold on. Are you broadcasting live from the new press box?
I am. Where they paint it.
I'm
Tim,
sure
come
you
on.
made reference. to it already.
Tim.
I know.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Like, that
Whose decision was that? Was that Barnes?
No, that had to be like this. I don't know. Maybe there were so many holes in those walls that, like, people coming in through tours, they're like, maybe we should patch some of these up. I don't know.
No, this is the
I don't know.
coolest part of the tour.
I know.
You got to be in the press box where you never get to go, and you get to see all these foul balls. I'm not like, and Todd Rosiak put out a tweet. He said, "This is a travesty. I'm not kidding."
I feel like all Brewers present and past media put out a tweet saying, "What is going on?"
Yeah, so if you don't know, in the press box, when there's a foul ball, it shatters the wall. They write who did it and when, and it's just kind of like a cool look back in time, and it's some history. Now it's just bland.
Who did it, the pitcher, and the date.
Yeah, that's so cool. And I just wonder, like, who had enough? Who had enough? And unless it's not Mark painting the wall so he can sell it.
Well, it's time to paint the house. I got to sell the team.
Brad says Yelich starting the game with a called strike 3 is how the season's going to go. Many strikeouts for this team. I know that this wall thing is so stupid and minuscule.
It is. It is.
People don't care about it. But to me, it represents how the Brewers are being run by people that don't understand baseball history and tradition. Now, our baseball history and tradition has been awful. So maybe it's not the worst thing, but it is the worst thing. It's very stupid. Great. Yeah, Tim, you muted yourself.
Without a doubt. Sorry. I had to move my car real quickly.
All right. Well, I think we're good. I think we're good with the Brewers today.
Yeah. I mean, don't panic, please. I mean, I get it. We're just
anything else would just be repeating myself.
Picking up from where we were last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, that's good time we're done. So if you're watching this, I did throw this up on Twitter and Facebook. I've never done that before.
Yeah, I saw that. What's that about?
I just realized I finally could after 6 months. So if you're watching this, we're gonna go live again tonight after the Bucks and Celtics.
Did Brett join you, by the way?
Brett did join me. I didn't get video on him, but he did join me.
Okay.
I'm gonna be live tonight again after Bucks Celtics. And then the podcast on Friday will be Bucks Celtics, Brewers Cubs, and then Horvat and I did our WrestleMania picks. All of those 3 things will be different YouTube videos, but that'll be how this goes. I wanted to start the Friday show with opening day, but a 4-0 game where there's only 1 inning of scoring, and really it's just a matter of us trying to keep things like,
Hey, right now you're the only local person talking Brewers baseball, too.
Yeah, and look, okay, so Tim Allen, I think Tim Allen is great. I think the world of Tim Allen. I really do. And I encourage you to check out his show, but his show doesn't start. It's 4:16 at this current moment. They don't give him a show till 6. They're going to have him cut in and out of afternoon programming.
He's not even doing that.
He's not even doing that?
No.
That is just
I know. I know.
I'm not mad that I really want to share this. I'm not mad that like the people on the radio, and I'm not. I'm mad that people that are on the radio just make such shitty decisions. How did you like the 2-hour game?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know if I liked it.
I'm just happy that my first pick from fantasy led off the season with a home run. Aaron Judge. Yeah. Aaron Judge, thank you.
Judgy.
But a 2-hour game. What was the official time? Was it?
I can check. I got Brett and Tosa back. Now he's in his car, and now we do get video. So we'll keep this going a little bit more. Okay. What's up, Brett?
Hey, sorry, I didn't know I was on before. It wasn't on.
Oh, well, your beautiful face wasn't on.
Yeah, we were just trying to get out of there as fast as possible while that shitty ass song plays,
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, baseball's back. Hey, it's a good feeling. I'm excited for Monday. This is the one day a year where winning and losing doesn't matter.
Okay, well, if we miss the playoffs by 1 game, I'm going to remember you said that.
Well, that happened last year, and
yeah, it did. Oh, well, thanks for jumping back on.
I didn't realize that you couldn't see me, so I wanted to come say hi.
Oh, I appreciate that. I like your jacket.
Thank you. It was good. I'm excited. I think we're going to win the division. Lose on day one, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling more optimistic than I was last night.
How?
Baseball's back. Bryce Terrain got an infield base hit.
Yep, Bryce. Yep.
Gus Barlin just throwing gas. Wilson Contreras got a bloop base hit to left. You want me to keep going?
I'll throw a couple at you.
Okay. Oh, one more. Craig Counsell is fired up. He was out of the dugout 2 times between innings, bitching at the umpire. Confirmed. This is confirmed breaking news on the Bart Winkler show. This is his last season. You can tell. He's fired up. He's ready to go.
Oh, so you're just based on vibes? You're saying that?
Yeah, I mean, second inning of the season, and he's out yelling at the umpire. Obviously, did not get ejected, but Counsell's not messing around this year.
Let's see. Jesse Winker, 0 for 4. Rowdy Tellez. It doesn't matter if there's a shift or no shift, or it doesn't even matter if there's just 9 guys playing in the outfield. He'll still find a way to ground out 3 times.
Yeah,
once with the bases.
Honestly, that's my one takeaway from the day is Rowdy Tellez should have had that base hit to right. That grounder that got past him.
Yeah.
He should have had that.
All right, boys. I'm going to go pick up my son. Brett, thanks for coming back.
All right. Sounds good. See you guys Monday.
Hey, bud. That's Brett. I'm not going to opening day.
You're not?
Now that I'm doing the CBS shift, I'm not going to go.
When are you doing the CBS shift?
9 to 11.
But you can. Okay. All right.
I was just looking for an excuse.
Yeah, you are.
I'd go Wednesday against the Mets.
All right. So before you go, I was at Kelly's Bleachers. You know I'm awful with names. First of all, it was Chris. Oh crap, I don't remember. He came up and bought me a pitcher. He listens to the show.
Someone bought you a pitcher and you don't remember their name?
And I can't remember his name because I'm awful with names. Like Bart, it took me a month to remember your name.
Write it down in a phone.
I know.
Someone bought you a pitcher?
Yes. I want to say his name was Chris. Fuck.
Jesus. All right. Well, hello, Chris.
It's probably not.
All right. That'll do it for this part of the show.
All right. I'll see you for the Bucks game.
Yeah, we'll be back to live tonight after Bucks Celtics. Go Brew, everyone.
Go Brew.